Hello again in another episode of Ballers in Pajamas. This week we did have another development, this time from Spain. You would definitely have heard about this, and this is our take on it. Bartomeu and his board have resigned. I'm pretty sure the entire of the Barcelona city had a lot of celebrations. Nihar, over to you. I suspect you are one of those people who are celebrating.
Yeah, man. I mean, it's high time we should leave. I mean, we should have left like 2 years ago when Barca got the humiliation from Roma. Guys stuck around, screwed up the transfers, all the financial policies, everything. So, do you know one thing? By November, if the players don't accept some salary cut or something, club is considering the option for filing the bankruptcy now. Imagine club
What does
like
that mean?
Barcelona filing for bankruptcy.
Yeah, no, no, no. When you say bankruptcy, they'll still be able to compete, or
No, no, no. They won't drag it till that level, right? See, they will. What will they do? They will just sign a deal for whatever stadium rights or whatever ethics they're talking about. They will just go against it now. They'll get some new sponsorship deal for stadium or whatever shit it might be.
okay.
So they'll get the funds and see. Barca is not a small club, right? So it won't be that
Definitely.
any good company from Gulf can actually use it to their advantage, right? Because
Yeah.
Barca just needs the funds in. And the players are like half of them are reluctant and half of them are like against it as of now.
Huh.
But we'll see how it pays out because a new set of directors and everyone, right? So I think it should be like a good positive way to let me head out to.
Okay.
And
I did hear with respect to your stadium talk, that is, it might be uh, maybe one of the sponsors would take it. Is there
yeah,
any one company in talks right now?
yeah, I mean, I don't remember. I mean, actually, there was one company, Vikas said it in the previous podcast, I suppose. But the purpose
Hello.
behind that is like for only 1 year, they want to give away the stadium's naming rights just to help this
Okay.
coronavirus, some fund. Actually, they wanted to do it as a charity thing, but I think
Yeah.
might extend it to 2 or 3 years for some financial, liability for now.
Okay.
I mean, barring that 1 year thing. So let's see. I mean, the thing is on actually, yeah.
Okay. Good stuff then. Shubham, as a Real Madrid fan and just as somebody who watches football, were you happy with this decision?
I was not surprised that he left the club. You cannot take that much
Okay.
negativity for a long period of time, right? Not anyone can take
Yeah.
that much negativity. But I was really interested in one of the things where some of the Barcelona fans were telling that he was being controlled by Fiorentino Perez. I mean, according to them, the whole earth rotates on the finger of Fiorentino Perez, and he's the center of everything. But I mean, you cannot blame your rival club's president for that. I mean, that this year, this European Super Cup, something like that, that competition has
Yeah, actually, why? I
Papa's
mean, I really
influence
don't
and
get it.
everything.
Why they concentrate on, yeah.
Yeah.
But see, I mean,
This seems like
indirectly,
some
Bartomeu
conspiracy theory
threw,
kind of gossip, I would say.
yeah, indirectly, Bartomeu threw Perez under the bus now because he disclosed that the European Super Cup is like a real thing now. As Real Madrid is like one of the initiators for it, so obviously Perez will be under pressure, right? I mean, he'll get the backlash, though if it goes or not, right, because of initiating this idea, whatever it is. So, you know, I think the Baltimore is like the way he went out is like very cowardice or something. Because see, he would have left when the Barca got the humiliation in Champions League. He actually led that entire Messi saga. I mean, why did he do that even? He would have just either let Messi go or he would have just left by then, but he didn't go. So he waited till the the no confidence vote took place, and he pretty sure knew. I mean, the number of votes surpassed 20,000, I guess, where the required was like 18,000. So he again in the last moment he tried to get the government support, from Catalonia that postpone this whatever meeting it is because of the coronavirus pandemic shit. The government is like, chill, bro, we are not interfering in your club matters. So before being pushed out, he just went out. I mean, he's like almost half his foot outside already. So he just left, just for that little pride or whatever it is.
One more thing. The thing as a critic, if you see, I am one of the biggest critics of Barcelona, yet fans of the new age players. The one thing that I really want to make clear is like Barcelona cannot hide by putting no show on the pitch anymore. You just cannot hide behind the board and rant on people like that. I mean, uh, okay, the things were bad from the management perspective, but at the same time, the play on the pitch was bad as well. You have quality. Barcelona had quality
Yes.
players, but now you cannot blame anyone on that thing. So it's high
Yes,
I
time
mean,
for
no,
their
I
just
agree
on
players
with
to
that
you.
really
note,
step up and
Shubham,
perform.
one second.
Yeah.
Yeah, so just on that note, right? I mean, the FIFA 21 ratings were out, and most of the 90 plus players were Barcelona players. I mean, PK. I mean, these players are like a proper established players. I mean, it's fine. The board has its own mishaps, but definitely there is some inconsistency on the pitch as well. I mean, that has to be addressed. I
Yeah,
agree
I
with
mean,
you.
see,
This point
yeah,
is
yeah,
correct.
yeah. Actually, even I would like to say that same thing. It's like, see, really can't point out to the one single match or like a single manager to this. They really shouldn't have, appointed Valverde back then. I mean, yeah, he's a good coach. Maybe. I mean, he was good at Barcelona actually, right? I mean, he was never that bad. By the time he was sacked, Barcelona were top of the league actually, and they were in Champions League knockouts too, and they were still alive in Copa del Rey. So, and the 2 seasons he played, apart from the humiliations he got in Champions League, I mean, they were pretty good in La Liga. I mean, once they lost, no, they didn't lose to. I mean, both the times he was in, Barca won the league. Last year he went in midway and Barca lost from them, I mean, being on top of the leaders by 4 points to Real. So Valverde should have never been appointed. I mean, they would have gone with someone who actually has that Barca's ethic, DNA, whatever they say, the passing game, like Pep or Enrique or someone who at least had the basic, the Keyman, right? Someone related to the club, at least in the root level. They didn't
So
do it.
Nihar,
So, it's like a long thing coming.
Nihar, as a Barcelona fan, what
Yeah.
do you think is Barcelona's DNA?
See,
Passing game,
see,
right?
I would say like the
Basically,
Johan
I
Cruyff's
can be
game.
wrong. I can
Yeah,
be wrong
passing
too.
game. I mean, it evolves around.
So
No, no, yeah,
passing is
it
still
evolves
happening,
around that
right?
because see,
Passing is still happening.
it's still happening. Yeah, but it's not. Yeah, that's the thing. Only passing is happening. See, when Pep was there, every player, every midfielder, even the wing backs and all of them influential. When it came to the Enrique, it was so direct. I mean, the front three took care of. In the Pep's era, the midfielders were too good and dominant. But when the Enrique came, the MSN were there, and it's like pretty good because those three were like actually creating between themselves and their scoring. But Setien, I guess, Valverde, I won't say the passing game was too strong, but under Setien, I can say that the passing was there. Actually, the passing was there. I think they recorded some 950 plus passing in his first game. But the point is, they were only passing. They were not creating anything. They were just passing to the centre backs and goalkeeper and all. That doesn't make sense, right? To go forward. And you should see the players like Messi, Roberto, PK, Busquets, and all were like literally playing the same style from childhood when they were in La Masia, right? You really can't expect a player like Vidal or Paulino to come to Barcelona and play the passing game, right? I mean, really, both of the players actually performed good. I mean, if you consider the score sheet and everything at the end, but still, see, you really can't see. Busquets was there, Xavi, Iniesta were there. They never got any physical. They were like really good passers. They had a good understanding of the game. But players like Vidal, I mean, yeah, he does play good, but his main strength is his physicality, right? He can do tackles
Okay.
good.
Okay,
If
Nihar.
you bring
So
in those players,
two to three things here. So for this downfall, can you tell two to three main events that led to it, and what if that event happened? I mean, tell me what would have been its remedy at that point of time. Suppose signing Vidal. So instead of Vidal, who should have they signed so that it would not have happened?
they would have signed for. See, they actually did not sign Vidal. They just signed Vidal because the Paulina was going on. Because if Valverde plays, actually has this, way of playing, like having some good solid CDM on the pitch for his team. He had the same at Bilbao and whichever team he managed before. So, they really shouldn't have gone for Vidal. They already have Arthur and everyone. They would have got Ricky Puig from the La Masia. They would have nourished them. I'm not saying that they should have signed someone else. But I'm
No,
saying
that
some signings
solid
were wrong.
CDM was Busquets were already there, right? The Busquets
CDM
was
was,
already
yeah,
that.
Busquets was there, but Vidal never played the proper CDM for Barca, right? He used to play as like a CAM actually. He used to score more goals, right? So the
Right.
Vidal was good. So I'm not criticizing Vidal at all. Actually, he played good. He scored goals for Barca. Seriously, he did way, whatever expected. I mean, they got him for 22 million. That's like way good. What he performed on the pitch, he gave the energy, everything. So if you consider Vidal, right, see, Barca's main strength is like in midfield, right? So keeping Vidal on the pitch, it's actually compromising the functionality of other two midfielders. Busquets is never comfortable playing in the front line. He is very comfortable playing ahead of his defense. That's it. So with Vidal in, obviously the midfield is not that strong, so it's more vulnerable to attacks, counter attacks. So Vidal does have his advantages, and he also brings in the disadvantages. So I'm not pointing out Vidal at this point. Yeah, so coming to Shubham, you said, right, what are the things that would have avoided before? They shouldn't have really have let Messi, get on to the head. I mean, all the coaches after Enrique actually had like nice friendship with Messi, the Valverde thing. Then players were relaxed, everything. And yeah, Messi actually grew to be like an important member. These Barca people should have taken lesson from Real Madrid, how they treated Ronaldo. I mean, they treated him in a respectful way, but still, they never let Ronaldo be like the literal boss of the club or something. But in coming to Barca, they literally Messi has so much saying in everything, including transfers. I mean, nothing is confirmed that as of now, but still, because Messi was actually against Griezmann signing, but still Barca went ahead. They really didn't stick with Messi's side completely, or they didn't really was against him. They really did what was like behind his back or whatever it is. So the Messi's influence should have been cut down way before. And the technical directory, everyone. I mean, they did make some good signings, De Hong and all, but still, I really consider it as a failure at the end because the rest of the signings suck. And you could have seen that Rakitic went for free, Vidal went for free, Suarez went for free. I mean, they would have got some money based on their market values as of now.
From
The Pjanic deal was an absolute debacle, though.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it's actually debacle, but no. You have to consider other things. See, Arthur was like, a bit problematic when he had some beef with the Barcelona board members or something. So they would have thought like it's better to get rid of him, though he's a good player. But still, swapping it for Pjanic is like a blunder. I mean, so Pjanic is actually playing good, but still, age is not on his side, right? Hardly one more year. So it will be like other Vidal case where Pjanic will leave for 3 million. So that's like a bad thing again at the end. But still, they would have really got some 60 million funds from Juventus for selling Arthur. It would have made sense. I mean, they would have invested in some player, right? So the entire administration is at fault. I mean, seriously, the financial ways they fucked up. I mean, you could see, right? Bartomeu actually hired some company to defame Messi's wife, PK, and everyone, the influential players at the club, and all the other potential next candidates. Come on, which club hires, some other company to defame its own players?
It's something you would see in some very funny movie or like.
Wait, is this for real, guys?
Yep.
Yeah,
for real.
Twitter. That social media thing is definitely pretty much
real. Actually, you could see last week PK gave an interview how he lashed out at the directors.
No. 1 second. So this guy hired another team to defame Messi. Is that correct?
Like a social media team.
Wife. Yep.
Wow. That is the first I'm hearing it. Wow.
Yeah, I mean, even for a rumor to come out like that,
that is low.
So odd.
That's too specific of a rumor to come out.
Yeah, exactly.
It's not like it never happened before anywhere else.
Wow. Okay.
So, one more thing, Bartomeu might end up in jail too now. I mean, he won't serve it, but still, he might get the prison.
Okay, this is definitely new. Why is this happening?
Actually, he is. I mean, if the club's financials go way beyond fucked up or something, because the next club directors will decide, right? If they decide to pursue, let Bartomeu not see him in the court, he might get, because there are already a lot of fucked up things in the club, right? Only some things are out. So not everything is out yet. So you never know.
All right. A lot of things happening. Good question, Shubham. Really enjoyed the one on who was at fault, what's the DNA. Definitely good answers to all our viewers, and good to hear from me. I only watch Barcelona games and Real Madrid games for pure enjoyment. I never really know what happens in the background. So this was a good person.
It is interesting to see the developments behind this, but it does definitely feels like a long time coming, though, doesn't it? I mean, with the Messi,
there's a good chance actually Messi might be leaving, because yesterday rumor came out that Messi's father, his agent, is actually in good terms with City, and City are actually planning to offer 15 million to Barca in January itself.
So yeah, I was just actually about to ask that. So given this stance, do you see him staying or do you see him leaving? As a Barcelona
See,
fan perspective.
Okay, see, I will be like realistic right now. So I think he will definitely meet the new, potential president, right? So the one who Victor Font more probably the same. So I think if of course see the Font is the guy who is like always telling I will bring all the legends back to the club. Xavi, Iniesta, and Guardiola will come back. But today Guardiola
Well,
made it very
Guardiola is
clear
gone
that
because
he told
just
it
a few
he
hours
made it
back,
very clear today. Yeah, he's
yeah,
never coming to manage Barcelona again. He just come and
yeah,
enjoy the matches around here. So it will be very interesting because see Messi actually had a very good relationship with Guardiola, right? His prime years. So why not one last push? Because obviously he don't see a big, he might not see a big project at Barcelona yet because he really can't judge on like 1 month player, right? So if imagine if Barcelona ends up winning or if what if they compete till the end in Champions League and don't go out in an embarrassing way, or what if Messi has that hope that things are going to get better because you can see the new youngsters are playing good as of now. So I
yeah.
don't think that there will be any way down for them because they're actually contributing good. So I think
And
he
the
might
fact that
have hope
Messi
at
is
the
still
end.
at the club plays a lot into the youngsters' mind as well because you're playing with Lionel Messi. I mean, that plays into the mind, definitely.
Yeah,
For Pedri and
that will
Ansu
actually
Fati and
benefit them, right? A legend
yeah,
playing alongside a legend.
definitely.
So
Yeah.
so let's see how it turns out to be. I mean, it's already fucked up pretty, but still there is a hope that he'll stay beyond next year.
So practically, you think he will stay, correct?
As of now, yeah, but not optimistic though. But because the recent developments about Messi's father is like he's having very good contacts with cities executives. So you
Right.
never know again. It all depends on the next president to convince Messi to stay by offering him a good sporting project. Because Messi made it very clear. He just wants to win Champions League and win more trophies.
Right.
He just didn't ask for money, though he'll get more anyway. That doesn't make sense. Obviously he's right now the best played player in the world, right, in football.
Right.
That's
Again,
why,
if
yeah,
again one thing, again, if your new president goes down convincing Messi to stay, it again puts him in a position where he's influencing transfers and signings. So I think if he wants to go, the club president should just let him go. I mean, there is, yeah,
they should consider that also because
yeah.
Messi is 33 now. So there is no really.
So,
See, he just left at 30.
we are sure that Messi is actually handling the transfers and the sign. Is he actually though?
He's not exactly
Does he have
handling,
that
but
kind of the
he
power?
actually have his say. I mean, see, no football player will ever have his say in any transfer policy, right? So Ronaldo never had any say in bringing any player in. I mean, their suggestions are accepted, but still, like demanding some player to be, come to Camp Nou is like not happening. You remember Paulino?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So apparently there was a friendly played in some I don't know Brazil and Argentina. I guess Messi was like so impressed by Paulino something, so he asked him to come to Camp Nou when Paulino was playing in China. So Paulino really couldn't believe it. 3 months later, Barcelona signed Paulino. Come on, Barcelona is not a club who signs some ex-outcasts, who are playing in Chinese league.
Yeah.
They
That one
won't
was
sign
a
that. See,
real
unless some Messi
shocker.
influences, that wouldn't have happened, right? And no one at Barcelona will plan 6 months before that. We have to bring Paulino from China 6 months after. No one will do that, obviously. So there is actually say seriously. I mean, he is really how to say pampered a lot. He really shouldn't have been pampered that long because see, Messi coming to management is like it's a great pretty well. I mean, his national team
Right.
also never performed that great, right? I mean, they were good at 2010s and all, but later on they had the best front line ever, but still they
Yeah,
suck.
ever. That's true.
Seriously, right now their options are ridiculous.
Yeah. On that man,
Lazaro,
they're all of
yeah.
them are world class talents. That is for
Seriously,
real.
they have some 6 world class for 3 positions ahead,
Yeah.
excluding Dybala when you place Dybala in midfield. Imagine that.
There's a
So
whole
it's like
issue with Dybala and Messi, right? Whether they can.
no issue exactly. They play in a similar position. They operate in a
Yeah.
similar way. So
Yeah,
obviously,
no, that type of issue, not like a personal issue between them.
no. Dybala has to play out of his position. Obviously, he doesn't perform that great. So right now, he's struggling under Pirlo as of now because he's playing a bit out of position. But last season, he was given the role he excels at under Sarri, right?
And he played well, actually.
Yeah, last season he's actually played well, but this
Yeah,
season
he
he's
played
kind
well.
of sucking up because I don't know. I mean, I really won't see Juventus matches that much, but still, previous game he didn't make much of an influence at all.
So what do you think of Messi's current form then? So you're happy with the current form?
No.
Messi is
He's
in?
actually underperforming. I mean, I really feel he's not scoring goals much. I mean, I mean, see, I'll tell you. See, it will take some time, right, for the transition phase. See, last 3 seasons, Messi was literally coming into the deep, collecting the ball, going ahead and scoring, right?
Yeah,
So
he was
Messi
the
was assured
alpha.
that he will collect the ball. Yeah, every time any goal to be scored, Messi will get the ball. But right now, the attack is not like Messi centered, right? Coutinho stepped up. Fati was actually good with finishing and everything, right? So all the goals Messi scored are like 4 penalties this season, I suppose. 2 in Champions League, 2 in La Liga. But still, he played good. I'm not saying he's really sucking it up, but whatever he hit is like maybe a bit bad luck. But still, he's really underperforming considering the standards he set before in terms of goal score. And he's the
Right.
guy who won the Pichichi for like last few years, right? But I
Right.
guess
So with
eventually, once this system kicks in, he will eventually find goals.
under Koeman, you feel?
Yeah, because that's what because he actually is playing pretty deep now. So I think once he plays in the real wing area without dropping too deep, I think he'll eventually find his goals. It's just
So
a
would
phase
you
of
entertain
transition.
Xavi again into the squad, or you would rather have Koeman for the long term?
See, I really can't judge. I mean, let this guy have some time, right? Same thing they did with City. And I mean, they really rushed him. They screwed him up. He just succumbed to the pressure. He screwed it up royally at the end. So let's not do that. Let's give him real time. At least 1 year, proper 1 year. See how Lampard was given the freedom. 1 year they didn't say anything, and they actually gave him 200 million to spend in pandemic time.
Lampard is in the starting age of his career. Koeman is not. So that is not the right comparison, though.
No. I'm
Koeman is a
just
very
saying.
experienced manager, right?
No. I'm just saying. I mean, see, doesn't matter experience and all, right? Yeah, when you go to a new club, it's almost everything different again. You got my point there. See,
Okay.
Mourinho last
Okay.
season, no one
Yeah.
judged him because obviously he took over in middle, right?
Yeah.
But this season they'll
I
judge
mean,
Mourinho now.
merit to this
Yeah, so
point
you
too.
should give some time. You should give some time for the manager to adapt, right? See, Koeman is like not like the other any other Barca manager, right? He has to try to implement his ideas to the players and get the best out of them. So it will be a
I mean,
long
make
time
no
thing.
mistake, he is actually a very good coach. He's proven it all
I
over.
mean, he is like I wouldn't say very good. He's like good with certain teams, certain players. I feel. See, he subbed it. Yeah, I mean, he is very good at mediocre teams for sure. I can say that, but I really don't know how well he can manage a big. So let's see. But
So who
point
is
is,
the
they have to
current
give him
Netherlands manager? You have any idea?
some guy who sucked up very bad. I don't remember his name.
Because
Some
he
guy who
actually
fucked up
did
really
well with
bad. Okay.
Netherlands. Because all this Netherlands talent coming out, it's quite good. Depay, Van Dijk, Wijnaldum. It's good talent coming out of Netherlands. So Niha, there's actually one more thing though.
Yeah.
Your take on Griezmann. So good, bad, underperforming. So do you really need him? Is he playing out of position? What is the status with Antoine
No.
Griezmann?
Don't say, I mean, we really shouldn't say about the out of position thing because remember the international break? I mean, he said he scored a goal for France and he said, like, coach should know where, I mean, coach knows where I play. There's something of that statement he gave. So when he came back to La Liga, so Koeman played him in the position where he played for France and Griezmann royally fucked it up. Seriously, he played so shit that day that he never played that bad for any club, I suppose, till date. But again, coming to the Juventus game, I mean, he really played good. I mean, he plays back a
I
little,
mean,
he hit
I
the
pretty much
woodwork
remember
twice.
a lot of memes coming out at that point.
But
After
still,
that match, actually.
they really shouldn't. I mean, see, if they're getting Depay in January, I think that will be the end for Griezmann's career at Barca because eventually they'll sell him in summer window. But I really think they should hold on Depay till summer and they should give Griezmann time till the end of the season because see, apparently Barca were very patient with Dembele for 3.5 seasons right now. So I think 6 more months for Griezmann might do some wonders for him because obviously he's a world class player anyway. So sometimes see it might not work out too because see no matter how good a player is, if he's in the wrong formation in the wrong position, it doesn't make sense.
So that means how much would you be getting Depay for then? 30, 35, 40 million?
35. 40 below because Depay's contract is getting over next summer.
Yeah. No, because he's had this thing with United as well. So that's the thing.
Bro, United and everyone chill.
United have a, how do I say? I think they have a buyback clause with.
Yeah,
respect to
that's
him,
why I was
but
asking.
I'm not sure if they will.
No, we're not
they
going.
will
We're
end up
not going to trigger it though. But
Yeah.
but I'm just stating that it is there. Okay,
Yeah, there
so
is.
that's there.
Yes, exists.
Really, United have that?
Yeah, I mean,
Apparently something-
if Leon are going to sell Depay, they first have to consult United. There is a
I
clause
don't
like
think so
that.
United need right as of now because they were
No,
really
we don't
under
need. I'm
sanction.
not saying we'll object it.
Yeah,
I'm just
United is
saying
not
there's
going
a
to trigger,
clause like
but
that.
Shubham, what is the final outtake for the entire saga of this shit?
The final outcome
Trouble,
is
man.
the the club at the end got impacted. The reputation of the club at the end got impacted by all this thing. So if makes a clear a clear perspective to other clubs that even if the president wants something to do, the board should step in and just consult with the executives that you have, and not one player influence the club. So that will be my ending note.
Yep.
Okay.
Actually correct.
So that's all for today's episode. That's our take on Barcelona's situation. Hope you liked it. We did have the guest appearance of Advait this week. Let's see if it continues. That's all, guys. Bye.